Hey, what up, what up? Welcome back to Bring the Facts. You know what it is. We in the building. We up. We grinding. We grinding. Hey, we got a hot trending topic, man. This is going to be in Florida, man. A $1 million sneaker heist, man. Tampa man identifies as thieves who cut through the mall roof and steal sneakers. They stole $1 million worth of sneakers. They actually had an operation going around on them. It was called Operation Stolen Souls. What they were doing is they were going through different states. These four guys, they were going through different states like Mississippi, Florida, in a couple other states and stuff like that. And then what they were doing was they were doing surveillance, right? They were going to the mall during the daytime, and they would find out where the sneaker store is, and then come through the roof at night. They would cut a hole. They actually rented a U-Haul truck so they could load thousands of sneakers into the shoes. Into the U-Haul truck and then sell them, man. Crazy, dude. This is gonna be from NBC News Channel 8. $1 million heist. Tampa men have now been identified as the thieves who have cut through mall roof to steal $1 million worth of sneakers. Three Tampa men have been arrested. It's actually four. This is wrong. After investigators say they carried out a series of elaborate multi-state heists to steal over nearly $1 million in high-end sneakers in different states. One of the break-ins reported in October made national headlines after the group cut through the Treasure Coast Mall, that's Martin County, the Treasure Coast Mall's concrete rooftop, and dropped into the Champs Sporting Goods store. Then they bagged up hundreds of pairs of Nikes, New Balance shoes, etc., and stuffed them into a U-Haul truck and took off. The Martin County Sheriff's Office have started an operation called Operation Stolen Souls. This Thursday said Thursday that Hubert L. Davis, 25, Michael McCrae, 28, and Tyrone Howard, 23, are believed to be involved in at least more than a dozen rooftop burglaries that occurred across states between Florida, Georgia, and Mississippi. Deputies said that they were quickly able to identify the members of the group after they broke into the Treasure Coast Mall in October. Investigators spent months tracking their movements and gathering evidence and other data as the group attempted additional crimes and burglaries throughout different states, according to the sheriff's office. Among their other targets was the Volusia Mall in Dania Beach, where in mid-November, detectives said the group used a similar tactic and used a concrete saw to cut a hole through the roof and then drop in. McCrae and Davis were both arrested in Volusia County following the burglary, jail records show. Howard was taken into custody later in Tampa. Thanks to the relentless work of our criminal investigations division, especially Detective Ryan Perlman, these arrests bring an end to what is believed to be over $1 million organized shoe theft ring. The sheriff's office sent in a social media post. The suspects face multiple felony charges across different states related to break-ins, burglary, damage to property, criminal mischief, theft, grand theft, organized scheme to defraud. Oh shit! Transporting stolen property over line and dealing in stolen property. Additional arrests are expected to be made. Dude, these dudes are facing 20 years. They're facing more than 20 years because of those charges, because the organized theft to defraud, organized scheme to defraud, I apologize, and dealing in stolen property. If you don't know, dealing in stolen property, that Florida is on a point system, right? Okay, so if you get over 44, I think it's 44 points, you can go to prison. That equals 1 year in prison. Just that charge alone, dealing in stolen property, is 51 points. Just that charge alone. That's almost It's a second degree felony. I don't know if it's a second. That usually it's a second degree felony just for a couple $100, but this is over $1 million. So this has to be punished. Yeah, these dudes are facing life, dude. They score out to life almost, dude. 20 years, 25 years, man. But yeah, let me just. The reason I got on this video is because what I'm trying to show, the goal of this channel is to show that they have different operations. Ever since Trump came into office, basically Biden, under the Biden regime, there was a free for all on crime and stuff like that, man. This proves my point to be right, is that the drug game is over. This just reconfirms it. That niggas is so broke that they're willing to break into malls at nighttime and steal sneakers. Yeah, this is. I'm not gonna say this is crackhead shit, but these dudes made a lot. They didn't. I don't know. It depends, man. You can make a lot of money doing this, but a lot of people, they're not gonna want to pay that much, man. They're not, dude. I don't know who they're moving this stuff to. They could be moving this stuff on social media, but the drug game's over with. These dudes probably used to be drug dealers, dude, and now they're doing broke nigga shit, dude, and like doing burglaries on sneakers and stuff like that. And you see this? That fits the criminal profile. Dreads. He got dreads, goatee, beard. Yeah, dude. That shit's wild, dude. These dudes are facing life, dude. Yeah, dude. They have all the evidence, dude. They have their cell phone metadata and stuff like that. I read in another article that they said they had their cell phone data and stuff like that. These are trash bags, what they use to consolidate the sneakers into, like, okay, like maybe I don't want to say 10 pairs, but maybe like 5 to 8 pairs of boxes of sneakers. And what they would do is put them in trash bags, and then they would have one guy cut. They have one guy drop in, two guys drop in and get the shoes, and then the fourth guy, what he does is he bags them up and brings them to the U-Haul truck and stuff like that, all in the cover of darkness. And everybody knows, this is why I call this shit crackhead shit, is because everybody knows that every mall in America, uh, ever since uh, ever since like the 90s, they have a police substation in there. So yeah, these dudes are wild for doing this, man. Yeah, they have police substations on damn near every mall. Why you think when people steal from the mall, they get arrested so quick? They have police already on scene because they have a police substation in there. So yeah, so these police officers and stuff like that, they took this like really personal and stuff like that. And this just goes to show you that all these gangs and stuff like that, and I call them a gang because they're three or more people. That's why I call them a gang, not like official street gang, Blood or Crip or Vice Lord or whatever and stuff like that. That's not what I mean. A gang is a group of people, of three or more individuals that have the same goals and break. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So what I'm trying to say is these police officers, the sheriff's office, they took this personal. Yeah, because they have a police substation in the Martin County mall. They have a police substation in there. So if a burglary took place, if somebody was able to steal $1 million worth of shoes right next door to the police station, I can't tell you what else they'll do. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas, I'm not gonna bash these niggas and say they're idiots and stuff. It was a good idea, but the thing is, you can only get away with stealing for maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 times. They did it 10 times, and they came up with more than $1 million. They estimated at $1 million. And let me also add all these shoe stores, Champs, Foot Action, and whatever, Foot Locker and stuff like that. They're getting their money back for the shoes. The Nike outlet, they have all their merchandise is insured. So the minute you steal something, they get paid for it. And also, let me add this: they're gonna estimate it a lot higher so they can get money, because people ain't spending money on clothes like that because of the economy and the volatile economy and stuff like that. People are not buying clothes like that. Only rich people buy clothes like that. But average everyday people, they're not buying clothes and shoes like that. So this is a wait for the Nike company to move their product and stuff like that, and they still get paid. You go to jail and you go work for free, and they're probably gonna upgrade this to felon to federal. I wouldn't doubt that because they were transporting these shoes over state lines. Yeah, so yeah, this could have been federal. They're lucky. Yeah, this could have been federal. But all these shoe stores and stuff that they broke in malls, they have insurance policy. They're gonna get paid for all this stuff. They're gonna get paid double because when they get the merchandise back, they're gonna resell it, and also they have insurance policies on all their stuff in the store. So the minute you steal something, they get paid for this stuff, man. Yeah, dude, these dudes going black on the slave ship. Like I said, these dudes are facing life, dude. Just the amount of shoes this stuff was, dude. Yeah, dude, this shit's wild, dude. Yeah. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All that YouTube stuff. Peace.